everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been wanting to get at the wiring, so that's what I've been doing. Like in the trunk, checking out the tail lights, all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it here. So just taking apart the covers and the lenses and checking out the condition of the wiring back here. Back probably 7-8 years ago, way before I started my channel, the car had been in storage for quite some time, and I had decided, you know, I haven't driven it in a really long time, so I did just about anything I could to get it on the road, just to drive it for a couple of months during the summer, and found some janky wiring job I did. So this was like covered with duct tape, you know, just real crappy wiring work. So I stripped all that off, resoldered it, reconnected, got some shrink tubing on this, which looks like I have to hit with some heat a little bit more real quick, because I don't think I got that one that good. Okay, so then I've made quite a few changes to the car over time. These are the backup light connections. I've isolated those from the main wiring harness because I'm not an electrician. I don't know how to like bridge in from the main harness and all that. And I'm gonna get a micro switch, and I got lines running up front. This is for the shifter. I meant to do this today yet, but I haven't done it. And I've got the line here somewhere. The green one is for the backup lights. And I'm gonna get a micro switch and put it on the shifter so that when I shift in the reverse lights come on. And just it don't seem like I've done anything, but just separating stuff and identifying everything, labeling like not spark plug wires, but speaker wires, that kind of stuff. I'm still doing it. So yeah, just getting kind of stuff that done. Put some plugs in the back in case I gotta replace a speaker or something like that. I have to tear the whole car apart or whatever to identify wiring and all that kind of stuff. Up here in the engine compartment, this is going to be a lot more. I don't like this affair here. I tried to get these all to like run from one side to the next, but these three in the front right here are just totally uncooperative. So I'm thinking I'll get some 45-degree angled boots so they stick up a little bit, and maybe I can solve the problem that way a little bit. I don't know. I'm hoping I can. Some of this other wiring I'm hoping to organize and hide in the wire looms. Just doing that. Also, just looking stuff over, I discovered something else. This is one of two of the breathers for the valve covers. I'll show you what's going on with those. When you're away from a vehicle like this for a long time because other things in life get in the way, you forget about like normal maintenance stuff. And so I bought these really nice cast aluminum jobs from Metal Rock, and these nice air breathers on them. So I thought I'd take them off and look on the inside, and I seem to remember some sort of filter in here. And as you can see, the filter is now non-existent. It's deteriorated, crumbled, and all this and that. So now I'm thinking, where'd the rest of it go? Well, I can tell you, it's part of it's in and the valve train. Hopefully the oil filter caught most of it, because the engine fortunately hasn't seized up on me or spun a bearing or anything in that end turn. So got to clean those out, and I've already done the other side. So I was getting this one off here. And you can see right there on the top of that head bolt, there's part of it. Unfortunately, there's no way, unless I disassemble the engine, to really look to see where the rest of it went. So I got a vacuum cleaner, utilizing another smaller hose on top of the one I have. I'm going to suck the rest of that out of there. If I have some electricity, that'd be nice. There, that seemed to have done the trick, so at least that's one thing I don't have to worry about anymore. But that being said and done, basically gonna take out all the spark plug wires and start from scratch. Yeah, just simple stuff like I'm finding. This is a resistor for the coil. Some cars have them, some don't. I tried running this thing one day without it, and the car quit on me, and I happened to have the resistor with me while I was out on the road, so I was able to hook it up and get going down the street again. So it's necessary for my car, so that's where I'm going right now. I got the sway bar installed, and you know, worked on the whole front end, got all that stuff put together. Just trying to get stuff put together the way it's supposed to. I got the starter wires lengthened a little bit so I can route the positive cable a little bit better. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just get going here and see where this goes. So I've got all the spark plug wires pulled off, and one thing I never liked was this. I got the transmission dipstick, I got the connection for the heater core off the engine block, and the vacuum advance for the distributor all in one location. And just, you know, with everything all connected, it's just like a pain in the ass. And so I found a video on another video on YouTube of another Pontiac enthusiast, and so he explained that in a 1968 manual anyway, that this points to the driver's side. Oh. And so now I've had that stem out a couple of times too, just looking at it. Get this out of here. So this, just having this over here, this will be the only thing that's over here. And just having the cap off and remembering where that's at ain't good enough. So what I'm going to have to do is put the starter in and hook it up and take the cap off, spin the motor, and have my finger on the #1 cylinder, and when I feel pressure, then I'll know it's coming up to fire, so I can get an approximate location of where number 1's going to be, because I got an old Chilton's manual, and this is the diagram provided. The rotor pointed approximately between the number 1 and number 8. So it was something like this. So it's right around the 1 and an 8, which I labeled all of these when I was taking the spark plug wires off. But you look at the diagram here, and the 1 and the 8 are back towards the firewall more. So I'm just not sure, and I want to be sure. So I'm going to go through and do this. It's going to be a headache, but it's just something you got to do, I guess. Maybe there's an easier way to do it, but I don't know. A lot of the wiring needs to be connected to make this happen the way I want it to. So I'm going to go into the trunk, which is pretty much done, and make sure that I have everything done the way I want. Move into the passenger compartment, trace on all the wires, and label all that stuff. And then I'm going to put the dash in and the steering column in and hook all the wires up, because I think the only way to get where I want to be at with the wiring in the engine compartment is to do all that stuff first. I've noticed a couple of more subscribers coming on board. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave a link at the end of this video about the information I found about where the vacuum advance was supposed to go, instead of, you know, where I pointed out previously. So if you made it this far, thank you. Please like and subscribe, and have a good one.